Margie Bryant, and welcome. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Geoffrey Lake, who's an electrician, and he's come to me about skincare because, Geoff, share your story about what the doctor said to you about skincare.
Well, it's one particular item, the old sunscreen. Tried so many different types of sunscreens and end up with a reaction. So, and just break out in hives. So it's either, basically the doctor said don't use it because it's actually worse using this than actually being in the sun without it. So basically,
And Geoff, from your research, what have you found that is in the sunscreen?
well, just petrochemicals and all sorts of different interesting sorts of stuff that these major companies have sort of developed, but you know, these are chemicals that you sometimes can't even pronounce the names of.
And it's been challenging. So we have, you've had very flaky skin and it's been very challenged. And Geoff's hands is obviously a worker, and every day you're putting your hands and washing your hands in soap and putting all sorts of other potions and lotions on it. And Geoff has asked me for my advice on it, and we have had some good wisdoms and some good insights. Share your experience, Geoff.
Well, it's just the when you're working for years and years and years off end, you just things start to build up, and you start to, you know, have all sorts of different issues like flaky skin. You get bits of, you know, redness you can't describe, or almost like sometimes even just where you've got reactions and you can't explain where the reactions come from.
And so hold up your hands, Geoff, so we can sort of see the reactions on your hands, and the other side, you can see it more obviously.
Yeah.
And that has been from covering up with protective gear and then putting sunscreen on the front. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, you put it on the wrist, you can put it on the face, but you know, often you just cover up just to compensate for that. So, yeah, could be a real problem when you're swimming and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And I've introduced Geoff now to a line called Celaviv,
Yeah.
which is watermelon, apples, olives, ginseng, sweet basil,
Yeah.
and botanicals, beautiful botanicals that are in this particular product, and also stunning for out in the sun because it's got SPF protection in it, but also it's excellent for swimming as well.
Yeah.
And with that, Geoff, is it the first time that you haven't had a reaction?
I haven't had a reaction with this one, so it's the first time. I've tried over 30 different types of sunscreens and 30 different brands, and some of them claim they're all natural, but they're not. So, you know.
Be
Yeah.
careful what you choose.
Well, yeah. And research the ingredients, basically.
Absolutely. And be very cautious of it. So for dry, flaking skin and for protection of that beautiful vital organ, your face, and for
Yep.
your arms and your hands, really study what is important and what's going to protect, nourish and renew you.
Yep.
Thank you, Geoff. Really
Right, thank you
appreciate
for that.
it. Okay.
Right.
Love life and live it in the greatest happiness and the greatest health. Margie Bryant and Geoff.